uh, it's a totally different brand, I believe I've heard, and they, if I understand it correctly, you're even competitors with this opposing brand. But if you could just help me configure their router. See, I'm not actually asking you to work for them, but just help me with their router.
We're not configuring Linksys, we're configuring Netgear devices. So I cannot help you with that router because we're not actually trained how to configure it. I don't know how to use it.
I mean, what about a little continuing education? I mean, could you take, do you have internet access there at your job? Could you get online and look at the specifications of that gear?
We don't have any internet connection here, so prohibit it for us.
Could you ask one of your technical support buddies there? Maybe in a previous job they had some training on a Linksys router,
If you want, John, we have this gearhead department, which they can actually help you how to configure Linksys router. But it's not free; it's paid support.
And how much would that charge me there? How much? What would I be looking at there in the way of cost?
Okay, so for that one, it will cost for $65.
$65.
That is right, for a technical support for your Linksys router.
My
Which is a different.
goodness, sir. It'd be a lot cheaper if you guys would just learn about the Linksys. You see what I'm saying? That'd be a lot cheaper for me.
Okay, but I don't want to actually, you don't have to.
I mean, I messed up and bought a Linksys router. I grant you that. I'm sorry I did that. I'm very apologetic to you. I know that you're trying to feed your family by supporting Netgear products, but what I'm willing to do is buy your products in the future that will add to your company's reputation and so forth, and allow you permanent, steady employment there, and buy your products in the future if you would just help me get this Linksys going tonight so I can surf the internet wirelessly, because right now I'm constricted. I'm constricted, see, I'm so constricted without a wireless connection. I'm extremely constricted. How would you feel to be relegated to the corner of a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house and forced to sit in the corner with only a wired connection, and you would be totally void of any opportunity to surf the internet wirelessly? You would be simply constricted to a wired connection. How would that make you feel if that were to happen to you?
Yes, just if you just have a problem with the wireless network of your Linksys router, you can actually call them so that they can actually help you with your router.
Well, that's what's happening to me right now. I'm being totally relegated to a wired connection.
Yes, so if you want to go wireless with the Linksys router, you have to call them already because we don't know how to configure the Linksys router. It's a different brand, I'm sorry, but we cannot provide you a technical help for that one.
So I waited 45 minutes to speak to you, and the reason I wanted to speak to you was so I could surf the internet wirelessly through the beauty of the wireless connection. And now after I've waited 55 minutes for you, almost an hour and a half, you're now telling me that you'll
Well, actually, we just checked the modem, and we know that the modem is working.
And so now you're telling me that you will not be able to get me restored back to my full wireless connection. That's what you're telling me after 2 hours of waiting to speak to you.
We've already isolated the problem. That the problem is not in Netgear. The problem is with your Linksys router. So you should call Linksys right now.
Okay. I'm so upset with you. I'm so upset. I'll wait 2.5 hours to talk to you. And this is...
I do apologize for that one, John, but there's no problem with the Netgear device. They're experiencing a problem with the Linksys router, so you have to call them.
I'm very upset. But I guess I'll be talking to Linksys, and I guess I'll be contributing all my future business needs to Linksys, since they are the people that seem so willing to help me with this problem, and the Netgear representatives seem so unwilling to help me with this problem.
Because that's a different device already. That's not ours.
Okay.
No point in it.
Well, maybe I'll still buy a couple of yours and a couple of theirs in the future, depending on how this guy treats me when I call him here in a minute.
Okay, you can just call Linksys for that one, alright?
All right. Better luck getting my business next time. Better luck with that.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry you couldn't help me.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye bye. That's funny. That is funny. That's all that is. That's funny.